Very, very interesting. Okay. Okay. Let me jump into the Milagro case real quick. Let me get an update on what's going on over there. Armand, I think, got some of the updates. Let's see what he says. Hey, I'm gonna. Should I bring my dogs in now, or I could probably wait? I only got about like 30 minutes left to stream. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do have to run tonight. Yeah. I'll get my dogs after.
About her, and she was looking for people to be nice to her on the internet, and that's kind of what she was saying. And then she was hoping that after the conviction, people would, after she I'm losing it. No, after people would say all the negative things about her, she would hope that people would interpret the BS and interpret it and think that it was, and realize it was BS, like it was all lies. So when they would hear Milagro Grams talk and post these nasty things, people would be able to see through it and say, oh no, that's BS, that's BS. But she felt like no one was on the internet was interpreting the hate and the drama and the BS. And then this is where her BS started. And the people in my real life, who are you talking about in your real life?
Chat, I gotta go get my dog. Like, there is like nonstop barking. Give me a second, all right?
Oh, I don't even want to make nothing up. I don't remember. So you blame the internet, Milagro Grams, Tory Lane. I get it. You remember all of that because that's the story that you're sticking to. But yet you don't remember no one in your real life that caused you to put that in the text that caused you the trauma. Well, of course you didn't, because why? It would fall out of bounds of Milagro Grams causing you stress, PTSD, and having to pay $240,000 for therapy. So you rather act like you don't remember anybody in your real life, but you remember people on the internet that have caused you so much pain that you didn't want to live. But nobody else in your real life made you feel that way. That's bullshit. You don't remember who you fell out with? Come on. Come on. Come on. It's no shade. Like, it's just no shade. Like, I get it, but I'm just saying, like, if I'm on the jury, I'm like, girl, that's bullshit. I get she has to do what she has to do. Everybody has to do what they have to do. But I'm just saying, as a juror, I'm reading right through that. That's bullshit. So you can admit that you were not only being attacked by Milagro Grams then, after everything that you said here. I will admit that she's not the only one who attacked me, but Milagro brags about being friends with Tory Lanez and his family. Well, there's plenty of other people. Aiden Ross, Meek Mill, Akademiks, Drake, all brag about being friends with Tory Lanez, right? Well, I don't know if they brag about it, but they say free Tory. Meg then says, so are you, like, because you're saying these other people's names, like, are you saying it's okay? Like, I'm trying to figure out your point here. I'm telling you. And then he said, well, I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to pinpoint your stress. Who's the one stressing you? I'm telling you, it's Milagro. It's her. Well, how do you know that it's Milagro? Because I'm telling you it's her. The fuck does that mean? I'm telling you, fucking, the moon exists, okay? Fuck, like, who are you? You're suing this woman, but because you telling me it's her, that everybody has to just go with it? Like, prove it. Fuck, like, what are we talking about? Oh, because Megan Thee Stallion said Milagros causing her distress. That's it. Everybody award her $5 million. Fuck is that? Like, absolutely not. Like, girl, what?
All right. I brought the girls in. All right, so chat. So Meg Thee Stallion was on the stand yesterday and today, and it appears that Meg kind of, supposedly did really well yesterday, where they did a really good convincing job, and a couple other things too. Apparently, one of Milagros' moderators from like I don't know, Discord or like maybe her station head thing, they testified that Milagro was like doxing, like almost like keeping like info on people. So it didn't look too good for Milagro yesterday. And Meg did start testifying yesterday, but then her testimony kind of came over to today where like, she was essentially then cross-examined. Now, what happened with that is that people are saying that Meg today looked a little bit different than she looked yesterday. And, there's a few things, I'll go to Megan Cunniff because I know she's super pro Meg. So let me see what she says. And then I'll go to, what's her name? But apparently, like, they asked her what the definition of, like, they asked her what the definition of defamation was. She said she didn't know. She says just whatever she's doing to me. They asked her about certain things. Like, apparently the DA wasn't going to file charges on Tory until her and her legal team approached the DA and basically kind of almost pushed them. Anyway, let's just look at some. That's Meg leaving the courthouse after her testimony today. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Okay. 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 Just give me a second. I'm just trying to get some type of in-court understanding from the people who were there. Let's see.
Hello from Miami, where we are on day 4 of testimony in trial over Megan Thee Stallion's defamation lawsuit against Milagro Grams, and it's been a busy day. The biggest highlight so far has been testimony from Milagro's former moderator, who actually broke down crying on the stand as he talked about all the vitriol that was going on and what made him want to stop working for her. He really started sobbing on the stand, and the judge actually recessed court for 5 minutes so he could try to get his composure. I saw it as really devastating testimony for her. Just even without his emotions, he was testifying about knowing her personally and some of the things that they had gone through and just all the vitriol that he saw online. And I thought overall it was very not good for her. They also saw deposition clips from Tory Lanez and also his father, and they heard testimony from a digital forensics expert about all the text messages that he says it's likely Milagro deleted. And jurors are going to be specially instructed about those deletions and told that they should assume for purposes of deliberations that Milagro was hiding something that would be helpful to Megan's case. So I think Megan is going to start testifying this afternoon, and then tomorrow it's a short day. They're going to be in session for about 3 hours and then back on Monday. And I think it's going to close on Monday. I think Megan's lawyers have realized that their case was just kind of needlessly big and they're cutting some stuff out of it. So I'll still be here giving you guys updates.
Okay, so it looked like the case will wrap on Monday. Yeah, I guess I guess Armand is gonna probably have the.
Then the judge jumps in. Judge, I'm gonna be honest with you. 2 things. Yes, Milagro's team should have been a little bit more prepared on certain areas, but the judge was given a little bit biased. I'm not gonna hold you. The judge, I feel that the judge has slightly picked a side. I think that she has picked a side with Megan Thee Stallion's team. It's no shade. But so she cuts off. They're going back and forth. Megan is like over talking and just doing a lot. And then Milagro's lawyer's trying to get a word in. The judge jumps in and cuts Milagro's lawyer off and tells him, don't you talk over the witness. You know that you're not supposed to talk over the witness. He was like, I never heard of that, but he was like, all right. She's like, yeah, you don't talk over the witness. So it's like, let Meg continue going. Now I talked to, Pam Esquire. I like Pam. She's a lawyer too. And so she was educating me on, because I was kind of heated with that. And she was basically saying, shout out to Pam. But she was basically saying that it's the job of the lawyer, it's his courtroom to set the stage for the witness. And then you go and you ask for help from the judge if the witness is not being compliant. Because when we did the Diddy trial, it was very yes or no questions. Did Milagro add to your stress? Yes or no? Was Milagro the only one on the internet that talked negatively about you? Yes or
no? Hey, yo, shout out to Drizzy watching the stream. I'll tell y'all this. He just hit me 2 seconds ago. That's why I muted up. I just said, yo, Drake being off of off the road, he's cooking up, and it's a beautiful thing for all Drake fans, because like now we're gonna get what we really want from the boy. And nigga hit me. Clearly he's seen it. He says, the stove is hot. I'm just letting y'all know. The stove is hot, gang. All right. So, he's kind of piggybacking off what I'm saying. He's cooking up. I told you it's big. He says, the stove is hot. Remember, I tell y'all. All right. Okay. The boy is confirming. I mean, y'all know I was telling y'all what it was anyway, but the boy's confirming, man, the cook up is happening. Let my boy live in peace. No live streams. I mean, like collabs or whatever right now. No random distractions. We don't want no tings trying to jump out. Let my boy cook. And whenever he's done chefing, we going to have a good time, man. All Drake fans, you know the feast going to begin. You know the feast going to begin. You feel me? He's chefing. He told me to tell y'all the stove is hot. Stove is hot, y'all. We got to figure out the temperature. But the stove is hot. All right, bet. I'm telling you, it's going to be good, bro. It's going to be good. This is going to be like one of, I'm telling you, music's we're about to go through one of those again. I like it. Somebody says, last time he said that we were underwhelmed by For All the Dogs. First of all, I ain't gonna lie to you. For All the Dogs is a masterful project. Like, in hindsight, us as fans have to also be honest when we hated on something. I felt like, and I'm a huge Drake fan, the biggest Drake fan I think there is. I didn't appreciate For All the Dogs initially off rip like I appreciated. Like, bro, I bumped that shit like it's going out of style, bro. I've already told you the reason why, but I went off the title. I thought it was going to be like If You're In It's Too Late. It was a lot of R&B type songs, but those songs became like the fucking soundtrack of my life. I love it. Okay. All right. Anyway, let's try to figure out a little bit more with this, Milagro Megan Thee Stallion thing. So Armand is claiming that, he believes that the judge is a little bit biased. Wow.
no? Was Milagro on the only one on the internet that had said negative things about you, or that you felt like was in cahoots with Tory Lanez? Yes or no? I don't need you to go and do all these over explanations. It's yes or no. Do you have proof that Milagro Grams defamed your character? Yes or no?
Oh, shit.
Do you have text messages of Milagro Cooper getting paid from Tory Lanez? Yes or no? Not, I would if she wouldn't have deleted all the messages. Yes or no? Do you have the text? Do you have the receipt? Is she the only?
Now, this is kind of damning that Armand is kind of going on with this, because Armand says he doesn't even get along with Milagro, so he has no incentive to make her look good.
One that has said negative things about you? Yes or no? And if you're not going to say yes or no, Judge, I'm asking yes or no questions. I need yes or no.
Okay.
Because this is my case. And if you want to embellish a little bit more and clarify, then your team can do that on the redirect. But if I'm trying to defend my client, I'm painting my picture with yes Or no, you're not about to do a whole bunch of embellishing and extra talking. You can do that on the redirect with your team. And that's why I didn't understand why Milagro's legal team wasn't enforcing yes or no. Y'all were letting her take over. And that was crazy to me.
So it looked like when they were asking questions, and this is a common tactic because Rock Nation lawyers do this, they just want to get you at the yes or no. They don't want the explanation because they're painting a picture. They don't want to have you give the context. By the way, Luigi Blue, thank you for becoming a member. And I guess he's saying that when they were asking Meg the questions, Meg was able to give context, give a story behind everything. So it sounds like she's more in control of the narrative, even when Milagro's team is asking her questions.
But anyway, Charlie got me in there wanting to go to law school because I'm like, girl, he was pissing me off. So then Megan goes into Milagro is famous for speaking on me. Why did she get a pass? What? Because she's a woman, and these are men. Like, what you trying to do? So she get a pass because she's a woman and these are men. Like what? Then Milagro, mind you, this is all that's like, who are you talking to? Why are you even talking to me, ma'am? You talking all out of turn. Don't ask me why anybody gets a pass. And I asked you a yes or no question. And so I'm thinking, Milagro Graham's lawyer, what are you doing? Why are you allowing her to talk to you like this on this stand? Yes or no, ma'am? And until then, shut up. Absolutely not. You checking me from the witness stand?
Oh, shit.
That's crazy to me. He was a little too much of a pushover in that retro. He's good, he's chill, but he's too chill. So then he goes to the Milagro lawyer says, she's not famous. Megan Thee Stallion says, mind you, she's extremely defensive. She's very known. She actually was trying to give Milagro that she was famous for the sake of the defamation. So you didn't know Milagro before. Hold on.
It's them notes, brother.
You didn't know her before any of this. No. Okay. She has 40 and she only has 40,000 followers.
Really?
So she basically was saying, like, you didn't really know much about Milagro. You didn't see much about her. She only has 40,000 followers. So number one, how was she famous? Number two, how was she kind of really affecting your day-to-day life? Megan Thee Stallion says, that doesn't mean she doesn't reach millions of people. He said, do you have a screenshot that she doesn't reach millions of people? And he said, yeah, I do. Because Megan was trying to insinuate, yeah, just because you have 40,000 followers, that's nothing. She reaches millions of people. He said, do you have proof of that? And she said, do you have proof that she doesn't? And he said, yeah, I do. I mean, everything Milagro did. No, like the technical.
All right. I think I'll kind of make that topic a bridge there. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that Meg the Stallion is probably going to get somewhat of a moral victory here. I don't think she's going to really get monetary victory in the sense of her getting paid. She spent millions of dollars on this lawsuit. And at this point, I would probably surmise that she wants some type of victory to kind of wave around and say, hey, none of y'all be mean to me anymore, or else I could sue you just like I sued Milagro. And I'm going to them. I'm telling the teacher. Like, she's trying to do that. in reality, I don't think it's a fair courtroom they're in. Do you get what I'm saying? Milagro got no depositions or subpoenas for depositions enforced that she should have gotten. She couldn't get the person. Like, I've never been in court to watch Tory's case. The person who was in court with Meg and also was seemingly consulting with the DA, Desiree Perez, they couldn't get her deposed. Like, Meg's lawyers are in a Slack channel saying, tell this to Desiree Perez, yet nobody could use that to say, hey, if the lawyer's in a deposition that's on the record, the court reporter's there, if they accidentally show something on the screen to say, tell this to Des is someone that Milagro wants to depose to make her case that she's innocent, and no one enforces it. I don't know if it's bad lawyers by Milagro, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I think if she loses this case, it's all because she has trash representation, respectfully, or representation that just got railroaded by better representation. Again, she's going against people that's getting paid $4,000 or $5,000 an hour. Like, they're taking her to task. Milagro had, from what I knew, one attorney up until the start of the trial. She had like two. She has two now. They've had 16 lawyers, roughly. So again, how could you beat that? And I know some people might be like, that's why you should have gave her the 15 grand. That ain't gonna change nothing. That ain't gonna change nothing. She's going up against the people where if you're gonna fight this battle, you got to be $500,000 in, because they're $1 million in. So again, I think she'll lose it, but not because she's, in my eyes, did anything defamatory or anything like that. I think she's going to lose it because in the game of the courthouse, it feels like the judge is on the side of the team with the most resources and the team that came more prepared, and who knows if there's any association or maybe affiliation or maybe some type of homie type of stuff going on. That judge, I've seen some stuff. I won't comment on it, but hey, I think it's a possibility that Meg wins this case, but I don't think wins on all merit. I think the most damning thing here is maybe the damages from posting that deepfake video, but the idea that Meg is trying to claim that she didn't take a sponsorship with Call of Duty because she would be a shootable character because of the Tory Lanez thing. How are you going to blame that on Milagro? And even then, supposedly, when asked more about the sponsorship, apparently Megan commented like years before, or like a time before, saying she at Call of Duty saying, I want a skin in the game. So she was asking to be a part of the game. So she, maybe she just didn't know about Call of Duty and what type of skin she would be. You think you're going to be a medic? No, you're going to be a shootable character. And again, I think there was a lot of proof there to show that, Meg is really trying to take out the fact that people don't like her and maybe people have said mean things to her all on one person. And I think that's the general sentiment I've always thought. But I'm not going to guarantee that's going to be the favorable outcome. It seems like the judge is kind of a little bit, in her favor. She clearly has her representation that's well prepared, more prepared than Milagro. And we're going to see what the jury feels. The jury might be fans of her. The jury might be empathetic to her and her plight or struggle of a woman who supposedly got shot and people are making fun of her. Or maybe the jury says, hey, listen, this is bigger than that. And I think for Milagro's sake, she better hope that that's what they see. This is bigger than just you. Because they played a bunch of Milagro videos on Station Head or her Instagram lives, and apparently she was really going crazy. Not going crazy, but really using colorful language, and the jury might be, they might be shocked by that. Hopefully they realize this is bigger than just Milagro and Meg, which I've understood. This is more of what commentary could be seen as fair and what commentary is bullying. Meg while leaving the court, she and it wasn't today, it was yesterday because she left court on a high. She actually said that, and she was basically almost celebrating the victory. She said that she hopes that this case could be one to use to teach people that they that bullying is not accepted. And I guess that's how she's kind of like,
Megan, what do you want other bloggers to know about their behavior online?
Just because you have freedom of speech, that does not mean you have freedom to bully.
Now, that's very interesting. And saying not because you have freedom of speech means you don't have freedom to bully. That's very like odd to me, given the fact that out of everybody she's talking about, she has the biggest platform. And I think it goes into a very tricky area of what type of, because I would say I think I get bullied more than any of these people online. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this is gonna be a landmark type of situation, for good or bad. I'm gonna keep it a being with you. If Milagros get found guilty, I'm retaining a lawyer to sue people because I get bullied all the time. And I think, number one, I just thought that I just can't be a bitch, so just take it. But if she gets to say that she's getting bullied and she should be awarded possibly millions of dollars, why shouldn't I like take aim using my legal resources and whatever to respond to the people who have talked about me? They've talked about my weight, right? When I was fat as fuck, they made cheeseburger jokes about me. They said I had diabetes. I lose weight. They say I'm on Ozempic. They've bullied me all throughout. They've claimed they want me to die. They want me to get slapped. They say when somebody dies, they said bring him back. They say all type of things about me. I'm gonna sue people. I'm telling the truth. So either way, like it's gonna be a hit towards the commentary community. But for people like me, I'm gonna sue. I'm already. And if y'all know people who continue to say bad or mean things about me, using their platform to try to defame me and my character, wish death upon me, say very mean things that could hurt my petty little feelings, please send me their names because I'm suing. I'm telling you. So whatever way this happens, I'm gonna take advantage of it. I'm either suing or I'm gonna look at this as this is a win for the people who do commentary, that they're protected, especially when you're giving your commentary against people of public public officials, So, yeah. Anyway, chat, I do got to run, and I hate to have to run that quickly, but I got to run. I will be back on tomorrow, and I'm sorry for this abrupt end, but I do got to run, and I'm sorry, but I got to do something real quick. I'll tell you after when I'm done, right? Or I'll tell you when I come back. Chat, I love you. I will see y'all tomorrow. I will definitely sue Freddie Gibbs. Well, he broke, but still, just to frustrate him. I probably do it. All right, chat, I will see y'all tomorrow. Okay, for sure. No lie. Peace.
I don't know if these messages are real or fake, but lady named Wo Senpai, she exposed messages. Her and little baby, trying to buy her. She wanted a Rolls Royce from little baby. I guess they were cooler clothes. I don't even know if it was little baby or it might be her salty ex on her Instagram exposing stuff, and he just changed the name or I don't know. But hey, I don't know, man. You guys gotta let me know what you guys think about everything. And yeah, it's your boy Big X News. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And you think these messages are real or cap?